Hey guys, what's up? It's Snake here, and today we're going to be talking about Black Ops 2. Now, with May 1st being a week ago, I'm pretty sure everyone online has seen the new trailer for Black Ops 2. And if you have not, definitely go check out Call of Duty's YouTube page. There's actually an interactive trailer now where you watch the trailer and then there's little bits to click on which do sort of a documentary talking head style, sort of behind the scenes of how Treyarch got the idea. And how they sort of like fleshed it out to create the storyline for Black Ops 2, which definitely looks really interesting. I'm excited to at least try and play the game, see how the story feels, because it looks like we're now taking place in 2025. So there's going to be some futuristic guns, some high-tech gadgetry and things like that, spy stuff, drones, the quad rotor thing that we saw on FPS Russia's page, and of course. The other interesting thing too is there's going to be Black Ops to the night, or there's going to be flashbacks to the 1980s, which will help tie in Black Ops 1 with Black Ops 2. So it'll be a more direct sequel, as opposed to the sort of abstract sequel that we saw from World at War II, Black Ops 1. So it'll be interesting to see how they tie all the stories in together, and how what happens in 2025 was created or was started in the 1980s. The other neat thing about having it in the 1980s and 2025 is that in multiplayer we're going to see a lot of the trickle down of that. So we're going to not only be having different battlefields like cityscapes and deserts and things like that, but we're also going to be flashing back and forward through time. So the levels are going to sort of reflect those different ages that we're playing in. The other cool thing too is we'll have a lot of different guns to pick from, because we'll have old style guns as well as new style guns, futuristic guns, and futuristic kill streaks. So there'll be a lot more, hopefully a lot more manned kill streaks, but definitely a lot more kill streaks all around. So we'll hopefully even see the dogs make it back too, which was my favorite kill streak from Black Ops, and World at War, of course. But it'll be neat to see how everything gets put together. But of course, that's not what we're really concerned with here. What we're really concerned with here is zombies, and zombies is starting to look like it's going to be the best game ever. Literally the best game ever. I mean, it beats the pants off of Final Fantasy VII. Who cares about Super Mario Brothers? Black Ops 2's zombie mode is going to be very, very fun. And I can't wait to see exactly how it all fits together. Because, okay, well, let's first say the story. Okay, we don't know anything about the story really yet. We only know what we've experienced so far from World at War and Black Ops. But we do know that the storylines interconnect, the campaign mode and the zombie storyline. They can connect in different ways. So it'll be interesting to see exactly how we're taken from the 1980s up through 2025. And I know I talk about these guys all the time, but I really just have this itching feeling that the guys from Dead Ops are going to play a big role in this next part of the zombie game, the next part of the zombie story. So we may very well start out with the first map being in the 1960s or 70s, exactly where we are in Dead Ops, where we're just wandering around on some beach in Malaysia. And then from there we'll go on through the 1980s and then on into the future. And who knows, we may even end up on a map where we're playing, and the Easter egg is to initialize these events where giant missiles coming from the moon end up blowing up part of the Earth. And so then we have to go from there to figure out how to fix all of that. So now we have the old 4 characters and the new 4 characters intertwining together. And of course 4 plus 4 makes 8, which is unimportant really unless you consider the fact that they've also announced that zombies will be running off of a new, improved multiplayer engine. So they're going to be taking the multiplayer engine from Black Ops 2, and they're going to be tweaking it slightly and then using it for zombies, which means that they'll be able to give us not just 4 playable characters, but 8 playable characters. So that's part of the reason why I feel like the storyline may go in this direction too, because now we'll have 8 different people to play as once we sort of link the 2 stories together. So it'll be a lot of fun to see if that's kind of how, kind of what the direction we're going in. Of course, we'll know more as it gets closer to November. But the other interesting thing I thought too is, well, what if it's not just the story mode, or I shouldn't say story mode, but not just the survival mode that we're used to with the storyline comes through. What if there's other modes as well? like perhaps a multiplayer mode where it's 4-on-4. So you're actually playing competitively now instead of cooperatively. So now we have larger maps to accommodate the 8 people, and there might be like 2 sections, or the two sections intertwine somehow, or you might be able to go back and forth from one side to the other. But there's your side with your 3 teammates, and then the other side with the other 4 characters that are playing against you, which obviously are other people playing the game. So you can have, now you have not just a competition to see who survives the longest, or who has the most points, but you can have other things too, like levers or switches or things that are hidden throughout the map that maybe you have to buy, or you have to create a sequence of events like an Easter egg to start them up, or however much they cost, or whatever it is, 5,000 points, 10,000 points, and now that activates something that floods half of your zombies from that level, or all of your zombies, or whatever it is, onto their side of the map. So now you don't have any zombies to deal with, and you have an entire level to just run around and buy new perks and upgrade your weapons and hit the box a couple times. You can board up all the windows and just kind of hang back and relax while they have to finish their zombies before we get to the next level, or the next round. So it'll be very interesting to see how that works out. And of course, with all new maps, what do we get? Well, we get new wonder weapons. So this would probably, I think at least, if we get the multiplayer 4-on-4 level, this is probably how it'll work. Because as you know, there can only be one wonder weapon, ray guns excluded, per map. So in one level, there can only ever be one version of that gun. And obviously before, there's 4 of us, we're all working on the same team, but only one of us can have it. But now, with 4-on-4, only one person can have it. And it's either somebody on your team or somebody on their team. So it's really kind of a race to hit the box to see who can get that wonder weapon first before the other team gets it. And of course, these wonder weapons have to be amazing, because they have to be better than futuristic guns, because we'll be getting the futuristic guns out of the box. So the wonder weapons have to be even better than futuristic weapons. So it'll be really exciting to see what they do with, with all the wonder weapons. But anyway, that looks like it's going to be it for me today, guys. I know I've told some of you either in online or in messages and things like that I was going to do a sub session soon, and I was actually supposed to do it back on Tuesday, but I didn't get online. And so what we're going to do now is I'm just going to set it up so that we're going to be doing sub sessions once a week, because I've really been kind of slacking off and falling behind with this, and I haven't been playing much online with you guys. So from now on, every Saturday from 4 to 7-ish, depending on how long the games last, somewhere between 4 and 7, we'll be having sub-sessions. And we'll be starting with this Saturday, which is the 12th at 4 o'clock New York time. So that's 7 o'clock over on the West Coast. And everybody else can just add or subtract to figure out when it is your time. But we'll be doing PS3, probably playing zombies. But most of the time, we'll switch back and forth PS3 to Xbox. But we'll mostly be playing Black Ops Zombies, or maybe some World at War Zombies. We might even play multiplayer now and again, or just some random game like Burn Zombie Burn or Zombie Apocalypse or something like that. So it'll be a lot of fun. But starting out, we'll be playing Black Ops, and we'll be on the PS3. So until then, guys, peace out.
Holy shitballs. Me too. What did you do, Rick Toppin?
I did nothing. There's a light.